Horn high bets. Now, you know the horn bets. Horn bet, 4-unit bet. We got one on each of the 2, 3, 11, and 12. All a horn high bet is a 5-unit bet with the extra unit going on whatever number is designated. So a horn high yo, it's a regular horn plus an extra unit on the yo. Horn high ace deuce, it's a regular horn, extra unit on the ace deuce. Horn high aces, extra unit on the aces. Horn high 12, extra unit on the 12. That's the only difference between the horn high and the regular horn, is the player just wants to bet heavy on one of the combinations. Okay, that being said, the payoffs are a little bit different, and there are different ways that you can deal with these payoffs. Now, there are keys for the horn highs, but there's a different set of keys for low side and the high side. Now, some of them overlap, some of them don't. You can do it the long way. The long way is never wrong. Here, horn high 12, if the 12 hits, 2 times 30 is 60, minus 3 is 57. The aces hit, 1 times 30 is 30, minus 2, 3, 4, so we got 2 here, 3, 4, 30 minus 4 is 26. The ace deuce or the yo hit, 15 times 1 is 15, minus 4 is 11. Don't forget you have that extra unit in there if a number other than the high, meaning horn high 12, if the 12 hits, you have that extra unit to subtract. Now, that being said, let me show you how I used to do this, and if it helps you, great. If you think it's full of poo, that's fine too. Okay, these have to be in units of 5. They have to be 5-unit bets, so everything's going to be based on a nickel. Now, if somebody throws you, I want a horn high ace deuce, 6, no, it has to be $5. There's no way around it. It has to be 5. So, what I found easy to do is memorize everything based upon the number of nickels in the bet. So let's look at I'm going to look at these in pairs. The horn high ace deuce and the yo, again, the low side. The horn high aces and the horn high 12, the high side bets. Let's look at the low side ones. For every nickel that the player bets, and I'm going to put this here, please try and just ignore the hardways box. For every nickel, if the very high number, or the high number, whatever you want to call it, the top number, like the 11 hits here, it's going to pay 27. Whoops, that's not 27. That's 27. See, there's 20. Wow, that's 27. It's a bad day today. $27. Why? Because we have $2 on the yo. 2 times 15 is 30. Minus 3 is 27. Now let's say the ace deuce hits. Okay, we're going to have $1 there. You know what? Let me back up. Let me go to these next. I want to go from highest to lowest. Let's say the 2 or the 12 hits. It's going to pay 26. Well, finally got it, huh? 26. Why? We got $2 here on the yo. The aces or the 12 hit, there's $1 in each. Either way, it's going to pay 30 times 1, which is 30, minus 1, 2, 3, 4, $26. So if this number hits, or this number hits, the top number hits, pays 27. If one of the high numbers hits, pays 26. If one of the low number hits, pays 11. So every nickel is going to pay either 27, 26, or 11. Why is that important? Let's pick all these up. Because you can have either 5, 10, 15, 20, or 25. Those are the first 5 horn high bets. So this, if somebody bets a $10 horn high yo, these numbers are just double. For every nickel, there's 2 nickels, you win that amount. So if the yo hits, it's not going to pay 27, it's going to pay 54. If the 2 or the 12 hits, it's not going to pay 26, it's going to pay 52. If the ace deuce hits, it's not going to pay 11, it's going to pay 22, based on the number of nickels. Okay, now let's go back and let's change this up a bit. Let's say instead of a horn high 12, it's a horn high 3. Okay, so the extra $1 there. We're exactly the same. in terms of the payoffs. If the top number hits, which is ace deuce, pays 27. If either the aces or the 12 hit, pays 26. If the low number hits, pays 11. So these two are interchangeable. The only thing that changes is which number is the top number. Is it going to be 11 or is it going to be ace deuce? Regardless, these still pay the same, and whichever of these two is not the top number, in this case the yo, is always going to pay 11. So that's for the low numbers. I'm just going to set these over here because there's relationships that I want you to see. Now let's look at the high side ones. Let's say we have a horn high aces. So that means the extra dollar is over here. Take the top number first. Top number is going to be 2 times 30, which is 60, minus 3, which is 57. Let me get some green out here, make life a little bit easier. So if we have $5, it's going to pay 57. That's if the top number hits. Now let's say the other high side number hits, which in this case is the 12. It's going to pay 1 times 30, which is 30, minus 2, 3, 4, 26. Same as that. Okay? You want to take a guess at what pays if either one of these hits? $11. So, for each nickel, you're going to pay one. You're going to determine which set is it. Is it the low set or is it the high set? Based upon which set it is, you either have that set of payoffs or that set of payoffs. Those are the same. Those are the same. The only difference is the top one pays either 27 or 57. They both end in 7. It's just 2 or 5. It's either 27 or 57. That's if you choose to memorize payoffs based on $5 increments. Okay, if you don't want to do that, that's fine. If you want to do it the long way, that's fine too. If you want to set the bet up the long way, there's nothing wrong with that. If it's a slow game, go ahead and break it down. Okay, if it's a fast game, got to use the horn high boxes. Get used to those. They're positioned the same as all the other bets. It's a little tiny craps table. Here you are right there in the middle. Set them up accordingly. Okay, there's one other 5-unit bet, and it really doesn't throw a wrench into anything, and I'll show you why. The last bet is called a world bet, or some people call it a whirl bet, like in whirl or world, doesn't matter what they're called. And this is usually put right up here, right up on the top. That's to indicate that. Now, what that is a horn bet, plain old 4-unit horn, plus $1 on the any-7. Okay, so let's go ahead and kind of break it down and see how this works out. Since it's a 5-unit bet, it's going to have 2 different payoffs. We're going to have a payoff if the high side hits, meaning if the aces or the 12 hit. We're going to have a payoff if the low side hits, meaning the 3 or the 11. And we're going to have a payoff if the any-7 hits. Let's look at the any-7 first. It's the easiest of the bunch. Okay, what are the odds for any-7? If you look back at the last video, remember it was 4 to 1. So this bet pays $4 and still up to win. But we want to keep the whole bet up, so we got to subtract the losers. 1, 2, 3, 4. 7 rolls. The world bet is a push. Just push on your world, sir. Now, let's look at the high side, meaning either the 2 or the 12. If either of those hit, it's going to pay the same. What do I mean? 1 times 30 is 30, minus 1, 2, 3, 4. 26. 26. It's our old friend 26 from the horn high bets. Okay? If the low side hits, either one, 1 times 15 is 15, minus 1, 2, 3, 4, pays 11. It's our old friend 11 from the horn high bets. There are keys, they're out there. Use them if you want. I really don't care to use them. I prefer to use the long way or the units of 5, but that's what works for me. If keys work better for you, that's great. Use them. If a Magic 8 ball works better for you, that's great. If you can sneak it in the casino, use it. Well, no, don't sneak it in the casino. If waving a chicken foot over the prop box works for you, God bless you, use it as long as they'll let you. But other than that, just get to the right answer. I don't care how you get there. That's about everything, isn't it? Okay, cool. Okay, I knew there was one more thing. And this is what most people hate about the prop box. Remember I told you at the very beginning of this whole mess is we never want to take down a losing bet or a winning bet. Okay? The other part of that rule is we always want to keep a player up on all his prop action unless they tell us otherwise. So, what that means is, let's say, oops, I have a player who has bet $10 C&E, $20 horn, and $4 on the 11-12 split. Oh, and we'll say $10 on the aces. Who knows why? Okay. Surprise! The yo hit. Now your job is to figure out the total payoff and then keep what you need to keep him up on all his action. So we'll go through this step by step. Remember, with your prop bets, you start on the side the dice land on and go from base to stick, then go to the other side and go from base to stick. Luckily, all these bets are on that side. So the way I would tackle this is I would just work from the outside in. Okay, I have yo hit. So let's put the dice up here so we know what the number is. That means this bet won, this bet won, this bet won, and this bet lost. So we need to figure out the payoff for the C&E, the payoff for the horn, the payoff for the 11-12 split, and then subtract the amount that lost on the aces. So let's start over here. It's the C&E split. We know the 11 hits is 7 times the total bet, so 7 times 10 is 70. Here it's the horn bet. 11 is on the low side, so we know it's only 3 times the total bet. 3 times 20 is 60, and 60 plus 70 is 130. Over here, we have $4. It's actually 2 and 2. Okay, I'm going to split up to make it a little bit easier. 2 times 15 is 30. So now you can stop here if you want, and you can take your 130 and add 30 more to it, which isn't a bad way to go. So that gives you 160, and then subtract 10 for 150 and 2 for 148, which would be a total payoff. Or you can continue on, hold 130 in the back of your head, figure this out. And what was the key for this? 3 times the total bet. 3 times 12, or 3 times 4 is 12. 130 plus 12 is I'm drawing a blank, 142. And subtract the 10 gives us 132. And I think I made a mistake somewhere. I sure did, didn't I? 7 times the total bet. Yep, see? Got to remember this. 7 times 4 is 28. So 130 and 28 is 158, minus 10 is 148. Now I know I went kind of fast, but that's probably maybe even a touch faster than you would need to figure it out. You'll have time. It seems like you don't have time when you're under the gun up here, but you really do. Because a lot of times when somebody throws in multiple bets like this, you're going to be thinking in the back of your head what the payoffs are already. You're going to go, okay, if that hits, that's going to be 11. And these are all pretty straightforward. 7 times the bet, 3 times the bet, 7 times the bet, and just subtract that. Now what if we change this around and we say that the aces hit? Let's go through that. Aces hit, C&E, low side, 3 times the bet, 3 times 10 is 30. So that bet pays 30 and still up to win. Let's go over here to the aces because that's the easier one to figure out. $10 straight up on the aces is going to pay us 300. 300 plus 30 is $330. This is a loser, so we'll save that for last. Now we go to the horn here. We got $20 horn. Remember, the key for the horn is 7 times the total bet. 20 times 7 is 140, minus 1/4 of the bet. 1/4 of the bet is a nickel. So this pays 135 and still up to win. So we got 135 plus 300 is 435. Plus 30 is 465, minus 4 is 461, and still up to win on all your actions, sir. And that's exactly how you'd say it to him. 461? 461, and still up to win on all your actions, sir. You don't have to list off the individual bets, thank goodness. Yeah, I just wanted to show that to you because that's actually an important part of being on stick